Yo, Raider Nation, what it do? It's your boy Dirty Man live in the building once again. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody for pulling up. You know, we got a new thing over here. We have a song of the day. That's how we start the show. This song right here, I'll dedicate this to all my guys who've stuck with me from the beginning till now. It's for all y'all that rock with me, that truly, you know what I mean, support me and the N1 network, NWA. I greatly appreciate that. So this song is for y'all. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope you like it. Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm from the way. Look. Che, Ibo Kwenue. Naja boy, they love how I accentuate. Most my partners tryna ball like the NBA. So they out here moving product like it's Mary Kay. I don't knock them, I just know the game. They ain't slaves, they just really love the whips and chains. The more things change, the more they stay the same. When I flow every corner, see fire like I'm dead. So I spit fire, no extinguisher. Might just teach fast some Igbo to make her up bilingual. Speaker, keep up, I teach her to aim right with that thing you pull. Out your britches when your finger itches, cause you ain't too keen to wool. Me and pulled over your eyes, got you pressed like a license plate. You a goofy if loose, you can press your button to get your heater like microwaves. Oh, you might just need to meditate, get your mind out there vegetative state. It's time to elevate.
Cause I came straight from out the slums, so I need a check like them Jordan ones. I swear it's for all of my day ones. I hear making bread, but they came from crumbs.
Look. Flow hotter than pepper spray. Spit it for my kinky hair kinsmen that have been led astray. More than bullets from those who pull it in hopes to decimate all they ops, cause on our blocks we learn to regulate from Warren G. It's kinda easy when you listen to that G-Dub sound. I had it on repeat. Oh, then I got it out the mud, walk straight out the puddle. Where I'm from, you yapping and start clapping like it's time to break the huddle. Ooh, ready break. I remember eating free lunch with them heavy trays. Most my homeboys do heavy haze after 7th grade. And most my homegirls had oval edges with heavy lace.
It's time to elevate.
Yeah.
If they hating, baby, let them hate.
Yeah.
You can see me shining in the shade.
Yeah.
We done came up on some better days.
Yeah.
It's time to elevate. If they hating, baby, let them hate.
Yeah.
You can see me shining in the shade.
Yeah.
We done came up on some better days. I came straight from out the slums, so I need a check like them Jordan ones. I swear it's for all of my day ones. I hear making bread, but they came from crumbs.
Cause I came straight from out the slums, so I need a check Jordan ones. I swear this for my day one. I can't making bread, but they came from crumbs.
So yeah, man, what it do, man? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? I appreciate y'all pulling up. Appreciate y'all being here, man. That's song of the day right there. If you're just pulling up, that was song of the day. I chose that song because it's for all my day ones, for everybody who has rocked with me from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? And the end is not here. You know what I mean? The end is still far, far, far away. But from the beginning till now, hey, I appreciate all my day ones, man. I appreciate all my day ones, bro. My day twos, day threes as well. But my day ones, man, the ones who've been with me from beginning to the end, bro, You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for sure, for sure. Much love, much respect. You know, hashtag Raider Nation for life. What it do, ladies and gentlemen? I had a day one. I don't know where he went. He was in the background. He was hanging out. I saw him, but then he took off. But I got another homie on here. I could pretty much say he a day one. Since the day he found my channel, he been here. You know what I mean? So I appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the man with the plan, if you can understand, the one and only Mr. Rafael El Capitan. What's up with you, Rafael?
Hey, what's good, Dirty? Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Happy
How's it going?
Thursday. And right now I'm in the East Coast of the United States. So,
Yeah, well, fucker, we know
ready,
you on the East Coast. We see you at home. Everybody know you live on the East Coast. We see you at home. Everybody recognizes the kitchen. Everybody knows the kitchen.
Yeah.
Everybody recognizes Raphael's kitchen. So, what's good with you, man? How you doing?
All right. So, between the Raiders versus Bills, I mean, it's not going to be easy at all. But we need to improve about the defense, including for the running game. I mean, the last week, Josh Jacobs has been struggling.
Ain't even get a chance to ask you a question. No, you just jump straight into it. You got a lot on your mind. Yeah, you got a lot on your mind, bro. I ain't even asked you how you felt about the game, bro. I just asked you how you doing.
Yeah.
How's everything?
I mean, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Dirty, because after the week number 1 between Raiders versus Denver Broncos, we still the number 1 because what happened to the Chiefs? They just lost against the Detroit Lions because of Jared Goff. They choke. Also, Los Angeles Chargers, they choke again against Miami Dolphins, and we're still number 1 of the conference. Because who got the number 1? 1 win and 0 losses. Us, the Raider Nation. And the other teams like Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, and Los Angeles Chargers, they got 0. Because right now, we're still on the top. And the next week against Bills is not going to be easy at all. Not going to be easy at all against the Buffalo Bills. Because, I mean, they need to really improve about the defense, including for the running game. Because what I told that last week, Josh Jacobs had struggled to find the openings, and they just missed like the mark what he expected about the week number 1. Part of that clue is the solution about the defense about the Raiders, but the offense line would they have their hands full about it against for the Bills. I mean, if we got the bigger offense in the league right now, the linebacker room is gonna be full. Because if we had Devontae Diablo, Robert Spillane, I mean, those guys, they're really to take control. They really take about the defense, and we need more aggressive of that league. And there's a lot of expectation as well because the way that the pass rushes of the battle last week, it needs to take off earlier between Tyree Wilson and Miles Crosby. And I know that Tyree Wilson, he was starting very slow, but he needs to wake up, and of course, he needs to improve about the pass rushing game because the next week after the Buffalo Bills, it's not going to be easy. Because right now, the Buffalo Bills, they don't have a great night against New York Jets. I know for a fact that Josh Allen is a very good quarterback. He can handle about the situation about that because after last night after New York Jets versus Buffalo Bills, it's not going to be easy at all. But if we had the opportunity to be the Buffalo Bills defense, it would be great. If we had Tyree Wilson waking up for the defense, if we had Jimmy Garoppolo keeping health in it, of course, keeping up for the performance that he knows about it for the Denver Broncos last week, if we had enough weapons to stop the Buffalo Bills defense, that we can shock the entire world. And the only point is we can only worry about the defense, the pass rusher, and including the special teams and the red zone. Oh, Oh, I see that Dirty is I don't know. So I just wanted to let you know about this say. All right, so I know my glasses are gonna be like that, but I just wanted to read the comments about because I know that Dirty just I don't know. It must be like the connection right now, but but it is said that this you say dark chill raffle is our business. Take it easy, man. All right, so they just came back.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right.
It was a commercial break. Now I got kicked off my own goddamn show. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, man. So let's talk about this, right? So right now, the Buffalo Bills and the Raiders have played 42 times, right? Two of those being in playoffs, right? We played twice in the playoffs. We played 41 times. 42, 41 times. We played 42. We played 42 times. It is an even split. It is 50-50 right now. We both are 21 and 21. This history, this game goes back a very, 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 very long way. This is one of our oldest rivals, dating all the way back to the AFL. This is one of our oldest rivals for us to have to be facing, right? Now, over the last couple of years, the Bills have built themselves a contending team, right? The Bills have given themselves a contending team over the last couple of years. Actually, hold on. No, it says we lead the series 21-19. That's what they say. We lead the series 21-19. But if we met 42 times and we won 21, that would make it, you know what I mean? That would make it 50-50, right? So that's my thought process. I've watched a lot of these games, man. I know you're not old enough for the Snow Bowl in Buffalo, where we got our asses handed to us just a few weeks after we lost Bo Jackson. We went up to Buffalo, and Buffalo handed us our ass, bro. Like, they gave it to us bad. Since then, we've returned the favor. Since then, we've returned the favor a couple of times. They won the last game. You know, if I'm not mistaken, they won the last one. It's been back and forth for the last, I want to say, maybe 6 matchups. We win, they win. We win, they win. We win, they win. So they just won. They just won the last matchup. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's our turn to win. Right? Which is a very, very, very possible thing to do. He said 21, but leap year makes the Bills 19 wins. Okay. Okay, so we don't count the games played in leap years. Is that what you're saying? We don't count the games played in leap years. That means we got to go back and investigate our 21 wins.
Yeah.
Is it 2 games, Terrence? I thought we won the one previous to that. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of day ones, I got another day one backstage right now. Y'all know, as always, man. You know, you going camping, you going fishing, are you a first timer? You need some information? Holler
All
at
right.
Yes
So
Outdoor. They'll get it. They'll get it done for you. He's got all the info you need. Are you hungry and you on a diet? Run down to the grocery store. Find yourself a pack of brown crackers, guaranteed to be healthy and fulfilling. Ladies and gentlemen, from
there you go.
newest show on the N1 network, please welcome the chaplain of NWA, the one, the only, Mr. Raider Twine. What's good with you, Twine?
Hey, what's
Mr.
good?
Brown
Good.
Crackers, Rated One.
How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we good,
Very
brother. We
good, very
good,
good.
man. We're sitting here just talking about the history. You know what I mean? Starting off with the history of the Bills and the Raiders. How far it goes back, you know, dating all the way back to the AFL. You can also say that the Bills and the Raiders are responsible for the NFL game that you see now today. So this game right here, whenever we play them, even though we don't play them a lot, this game really means a lot to me. One of my closest, probably one of my closest friends, bro, like guaranteed, like I call him Big Bro. You know what I mean? That's how he's like a brother to me.
Okay.
He's a Bills fan. You know what I mean? He's from Buffalo. He a Bills fan. He loves his Bills, bro, and he loves to talk a gang of shit. And I swear for God, I hated having to listen to his ass about his team for 4 straight years in the Super Bowls, but joyfully, nigga lost, right? He's like, oh, but we went to 4 straight, but you also lost 4 straight. Never in the history of the NFL has anybody gone to 4 straight and lost 4 straight. You didn't bring home not one. You had 4 chances. 4. And you didn't win 1. I don't care what you tell me. That's a shitty ass team, bro. Your team is shit. Y'all can't win the big dance to save your life. So, you know, for me, man, hey, look, I tell y'all all the time, bro. Bill stands for Boy, I Love Losing Super Bowls. That is exactly what the Bill stands for. It's an acronym.
Pretty much.
It's an acronym, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know, we've had some really tough knockdown, drag out games against Buffalo. Last year, I felt like we could have did a little bit better the last time we played. You know what I mean? I felt like we could have tried harder. You know what I mean? I be wondering sometimes what we be thinking about. You know, now we got a quarterback because everybody was always blaming it on the quarterback and not being able to play in the cold. You gotta take that out of the conversation now because you got a quarterback that's played in New England. If that ain't cold, I don't know what the hell is. You know, so you ain't got that anymore. So this is no excuses. You know what I mean? This is literally no excuses. I didn't get a real good chance to open my show. Let me open my show really quickly before we continue to carry on. 50 billion things in the world that you could be doing. The fact that you're allowing me and my panel to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated. More than I can verbally express. I want to give some shots out and some love and some special thanks to all the people who are in the building right now. And we're going to go all the way to the top, and we are not going to stop. Ray Love, what's good with you, man? Hope all is well. Dark's in the building. What's good, Dark? Hope you're doing well, brother. Raider Lunatic, what's good with you, bro? What's good with you, big bro? Hope all, man. Raider Paul, how you doing, brother? Hope all is well.
People.
Pizzle 4420, my bro. What's good, man? How's everything? Raider C Dub,
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing, man? Hope all is well with you, man. Pleasure. Said we got a new Raider tat to start the new season. That's right. That's how you do it, man. That's what real fans do, man. Alfredo in the building. What it do, Alfredo? Good with you, man. Hope all is well. Who else is in the building? I seen Joel Lee in the building. What's good, man?
Hey, Joe.
Glad you're home from work. Hope you had a great day at the office, man. Hope you didn't bring work home with you, brother. Hope you didn't bring work home with you. Anthony Estrada in the building. What's good with you, Anthony, man? Hope all is well with you, man. Hope all is good. Who else in the building? I know I saw some more people. I saw Laura Roshidas. What's good with you, man? Hope all is well, man. Hope you're doing good, man. Mr. Took Your Soul. What's good with you, man? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful evening. Who else in the building? I know I saw some more people in the buildings. I seen some peoples in the buildings, man. I know they in here. Where they is. They is right here. NorCal Jesse, my guy, what's good with you, man? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good, man. Shouts out to you. You know what I mean? The super mod. You know, they call Terrence the godfather of moderators, right? The mod father. So NorCal Jesse is the super mod. You know what I mean? What's up with your rolling dubs? What's good, man? Hope all is well. Sebastian, my guy, what's good with you? Hope you feeling blessed. Sean Johnson, what's good, man? Hope all is well. Raider Romeo, what's good with you, man? Man, I've been back and forth with Sean for the last couple of days on some things. We agree on some things and some agree we don't. But I always appreciate his efforts and work that he puts in behind the scenes. Raider Chris 100, my dude, what's good with you, man? Vic, what's good with you, Vic from Sacramento? What's good, man? Hope all is well. Captain Point, my guy, what's good, man? Blessings. Mike G, what it do, Mike G? Blessings to you, brother. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. D-Buck 77, my guy, what it do, man? What's good with you? I know y'all like, man, he gonna shout out everybody. Yes, I'm gonna shout out everybody. If you took the time to type and get your name up there, I'm gonna take the time to recognize you and show you the love that you deserve to receive. And that is everyone. That is everybody. So, man, Rafa's not old enough to date back to some of these games, Twan. Give me a memory of a Bills Raider game that you was like, either, damn, we did the damn thing, or damn, we fucked up.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I can't give you a specific memory. I remember, but I do remember there was one game that it was cold as heck out there, and OJ was in the stands. Like he wasn't even in a box. He was actually out there with the fans. and that game, it wasn't pretty for us. I forgot what year it was. But yeah, OJ showed up to the game, and it. I don't know if that just gave them a little extra juice or whatever, but they gave us the business that game.
Loon says
I can't call what year
the AFC Championship. Damn it, man. 91 getting spanked. Yeah. You know a game that stands out to me. I'm gonna go 2005. I'm gonna go 2005. Buffalo Bills come in at 3-3 with the opportunity to sit at first place all alone in their division We came in at 1-4. Nobody gave us a chance to win that game. Nobody at all gave us a chance to win that game. And we put a spanking on that ass. We put a spanking on that ass. And we won by, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was like 38-24 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 38-24, bro. And I think we had Gary Collins at quarterback. I think we had Gary Collins at quarterback, bro. With Randy Moss at wide receiver, bro. Yeah, man, we had Lamont Jordan.
Hey, what you talking about? Kerry Collins was a good quarterback.
I'm just saying, bro. Just saying, bro. They had us not winning. You know what I mean? They just had us getting defeated in that game, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had us getting defeated in that game, bro. And yeah, I remember Kerry Collins stepping up to the plate and doing this thing. And yeah, I believe it was like 38-24 or something like that was the final score, bro.
And I guarantee you that Kerry Collins definitely remembers that game.
Yeah.
Because he ain't had too many of those.
Man. Hey, I'm just saying, Loon, I'm not getting it. I don't get into that shit, bro. I don't care. I'm just going back to a memory of when they dragged us through the mud for the whole fucking week, bro. And even Raider fans had given up because it was fucking Kerry Collins, bro. Because it was Kerry Collins at quarterback, bro. And we ended up fucking winning that game, man. So it was one of the few games we had won all year, bro. But you know what I mean? It was devastating too. You know what I mean? It was devastating. So
at that time, some of us had more faith in Bootsy Collins than Kerry Collins.
Bro. You could have gave me Phil Collins, me, and I'd have been cool. Bro. You could have put Phil Collins at quarterback, and I'd have been just fine, bro.
In the air at night.
Oh, you gonna feel something? You gonna feel
oh Lord!
You told me you was drowning. Ray Love said Rafa had to Google a memory.
No, I don't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You had to go Google a memory, bro. It's all right.
Okay.
You remember any of those games, man? You didn't see none of that shit. You missed the real terrible years of Raider football. Y'all think it's bad now? No, you missed the terrible years, the ones and the ones and 15s. Y'all missed those, bro. Y'all missed the 2 and somethings, nigga. Y'all missed all of that.
You talking about the years that we was like, we don't care if we don't win any other game. We better win this Niner game.
Yeah, hey, we talking about a team that would show up just to break people's bones because they wasn't gonna win the game, bro. we was just showing up playing dirty football because we knew we wasn't gonna win. We didn't give a shit. We was the highest penalized team in the NFL. We didn't care. We was terrible. We was just terrible, bro. Hey, yeah, a lot of y'all didn't exist during those days, bro. But for the ones that did, they remember. They remember. Them was the years you didn't. Hey, those were the years you did not want to come to a Raider game dressed in anything but Raider gear. Because we was beating your ass. We lose on the field, but you wasn't making it to your car in the parking lot.
Big fact.
That was them years.
If you was another fan, you better not be wearing no other color. You better keep it neutral.
Man. Hey, Raider Paul, they did, bro. They did. You know what I mean? They really did. It was bad. You know, it was pretty bad. You can't delete the last 9 years, Raider Romeo. Unfortunately, you can't delete the last 9 years. It's in the books. It's in the books. You can't get rid of it. It's in the books. But yeah, bro, like I said, I go back a long way. You know what I mean? As most people who watch me, you know what I mean? Go back a very, very, very long way. Rafa, what memory do you have of the Raiders? I mean, you just became a Raider fan. I can't even ask you that really. You just became a Raider fan. You know, so you've only been a Raider fan for one Buffalo matchup.
Well, that's a memory.
I mean, what I just investigated about the information. I mean, the last time that Las Vegas Raiders, before Las Vegas Raiders, it was Raiders between Oakland and Los Angeles. You guys remember about the championship game in 1991 between Raiders versus Bills, and that was something like, because that was the only time that the Raiders and Bills, they just competing for the championship. That was in 1991, because that was 2 years before I was
we were
born.
there. We were there. We know it was in 91. We were there. You weren't, but
I was born in 1993. That was 2 years before that I was born. That was in 1991.
Bro, you wasn't even in your daddy nutsack yet. He wasn't even in your daddy nutsack yet. He went through 55.
Even my dad was 20. Even my dad was 23. Then my mom, she got married at age 19, and then it became me. Yeah, but I was.
I hear you. I'm just fucking with you.
What and why does it seem like all these years? Why did it always seem like the NFL strategically planned for the Raiders to always, when we went to Buffalo, why did we always have to go when it was hella freezing in Buffalo? Like I can barely remember like us being away in Buffalo, and it was actually pretty nice in Buffalo.
I think that's why they changed it up this year and sent us early versus late in the season. I'm telling you, I seen the script. I seen the script for this year, bro. Okay. I already seen it. I know what the ending is already. I already know what the ending is. It's gonna be a hell of a story this year, though. It's gonna be a nice storyline this year. I guarantee you. Wait till week 4 pops up. You'll be like, oh hell nah. Wait till it already started. Aaron Rodgers goes down in the first game, bro. Come on, really? Superstar, franchise, MVP player, face of the NFL goes down in the first game with a torn Achilles. Come on, bro. You don't think that's scripted? All the shit that went on in the offseason? Come on, man. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. I've already seen the ending of the. I've already seen the ending, bro. Are you calling me T.I. Sebastian? He said, get you a hot cocoa. Nah, it ain't AO4. It ain't AO4 taking us to the Super Bowl, but we are going. What up, Goon? My guy. What's good with you, Brody?
In Hoyer, we trust.
It ain't Hoyer either. Jimmy G gonna finally get one, bro. Jimmy G gonna finally get one. And
I'm being very sarcastic in that.
I know he gonna beat Dak Prescott for the Super Bowl. He gonna beat Dak Prescott for the Super Bowl. Watch. Tell you right now. Tell you right now. Jimmy G beats Dak Prescott in the Super Bowl for his first Super Bowl win. Just saying. I've been saying it. Nobody believe me. But I'm telling you, it's in the script. It's in the script. That's how the season ends. Raiders win the Super Bowl on a 62-yard kick by Daniel Carlson in Vegas as time expires to win 31-28. $62. Wishing on a star. That's how you win the season. Almost, Goon, but the problem is because they widening the freeway, bro, ain't nobody gonna want to play there. So the prices should be nice, but they got all those cranes and trucks coming in right there on the side of the course, man. That shit loud, bro. You can't tee off from there. Can't tee off from there. But yeah, it's almost done. I can't wait for them to fucking finish it up. I just put my earbuds in, you know what I mean, on that side over there. Hey, Dark, you ain't gotta know, but I appreciate the respect. I know. I'm telling you, I seen the script, bro. I'm telling you right now, I seen the script, man. It came to me. The script came to me. It was like, oh, here it is. I was like, thank you. Hey, mini golf don't count. I'm just playing with you, bro. I'm just playing with you. Hey, good shit, bro. Congratulations. I still don't have one. I know people that played 20, 30, 40 years and they never got a hole in one.
I was about to say something about miniature golf, but let me stop.
Yeah, no. So, Twine, you know what I mean? Let's get into this. Let's get back into this Buffalo game, man. What are you excited about? You know what I mean, this game, and what are you fearing is, you know, happening in this game?
I think this is a real test. I think, and I'll be breaking this down a little more tomorrow, but I think this is a test. I think this is a real test. A test of to see if they correct what needs to be corrected. Also the mentality. Are you happy that you streaked out a win with the Broncos? You know, or are you hungry? You know, are you happy you got it and is satisfied, or you happy and want some more? And I think with the Bills, if we want to F around, we'll find out. So I think this is the start of testing this team.
I can agree that this is truly like the first test of the season. I don't think it'll be the biggest test of the season, but I believe this is like really the first test of the season.
Mm.
Last week, should it have been better? Yeah. But because it was week one, do you cut it some slack? Yeah, you do. You know, you can't ride them too tough, you know what I mean, on just one game. Now, you said, Dirty, what do you think the best way to stop Allen is? We'll get into that in a hot second, Red Romeo. You know what I mean? we'll get into that in a hot second.
Paul, you talked about Denver's defense being top 5. Denver's defense was top 5 last year. Denver's defense has been top 5 probably the past couple of years. So that's not anything different from what we saw. And we know that our bread and butter for years has always been on the offensive side of the ball. So for our bread and butter to be our offense, and for them to consistently have a defense like they've had, the win should have been expected. We expect to sweep the Donkeys, whether they have a top 5 defense or not.
Yeah. Hold on, I was looking for something. I was trying to find something. Something that was sent to me by no other than the magnificent, the one and only Sean Johnson. He's always sending out something, right? He's always sending out something. So let's just look at the Raiders versus the Broncos versus Buffalo stats right now. Right. I wish I could pull up my IG. I can't pull up my IG. Yeah, I can't pull up my IG right now. Unfortunately, I can't do it. But for total yards, we had 261 yards. They had 333 in their game, right? We had 200 passing yards. They had 236 passing yards. We had 61 yards rushing. They had 97 yards rushing. We allowed 271 yards. They allowed 312 yards. We gave up 177 yards in the air. They gave up 140 in the air. But the big kicker difference is we gave up less than 100 on the ground. They gave up 172 on the ground, which means their running game is very suspect. There's holes in it. And this is one of those games where you can't really expect. I expect not only Josh Jacobs to get some carries, but I expect some of these other running backs that we have to get a couple of carries as well. This is definitely a game where you can ground and pound and beat up that interior, that defensive line, those linebackers who are already suspect. Mm-hmm. If you grind the ball out, I believe you do that the first half, just grind them into the ground to where even if they go into halftime, they still going to come out tired because third quarter, you just run them into the ground. And in that fourth quarter, bro, you start airing the ball out.
Yeah, but the offensive line definitely has to set that tone, you know what I'm saying? And they have to definitely play better than what they did in the run game, you know what I'm saying, against the Broncos. Even though the Broncos, reports have came out that their focus was to stop the run. We still, if we're looking for domination and pushing for the playoffs and for the Super Bowl, there's going to be certain situations where the other team is going to know that we're going to run the ball, and we still are, we need to still let them know that we still going to get these yards, whether you know it or not, you know what I'm saying? And I think we can get there, but they definitely have to kick that side of the ball in the gear, and hopefully they do. Hopefully they do.
Yeah. So we had some top players, you know what I mean? We had some top players this week in our defense. We had some QBRs that were nice, some that were not so nice. Jacorian Bennett's QBR percentage was 99.2. Nate Hobbs was 84.2. Devon Diablo at a 44.8. Marcus Peters 101.7. Trayvon Merrick a 138.5. Perfect. God. Robert Spillane gave up a 93.1. Marcus Epps 118.8. Tyree Wilson gave up a 79.2, and Amik Robinson gave up a 118.8. Right.
So explain to those that do not understand what that score means. Like, is the 100 the better score, or is the 83 the better score? What is the better score?
The better score is the 44.8.
So the lower number is the
lower the number, the better. You know what I mean?
Because some people don't know that.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, the lower number is the better number. You know what I mean? I believe most fans should know that. But you're right, Twan. Everybody don't know that. But the lower number is the better. Anyone know where Raid the Tape went? No, I don't, Willie Wayne. I think he might have got a job. I'm not sure. Life happens, though. You know, life happens. Hopefully the brother is okay. You know, I was just talking good about him. I think in the last show, and I was talking good about him. Hopefully everything's fine. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah. Blessings to him. You know, I think he got a job. I think he got a new job or something that's paying the bills, or probably something you just can't turn down and walk away from. Who knows? But hopefully, you know, he'll return and, you know, feed you guys some of that good game that he throw out there. He said Raid working. He about to drop some fire merch. Okay, for sure. So that's what I'm talking about, Ja. Hey, I appreciate the brother. You know what I mean? I like him. I don't have an issue with Raid. You know, I have no quarrels with Raid the Tape at all. You know, so hopefully he gets back and J-Dawg say he got some fire merch coming. You know what I mean? So cool. That's what I want to hear. Ja in the building. What's up with you, Ja? Where are you at? What's up with you, Ja? My guy, what's good, man? So for me, I feel like this is one of those games where you can really take advantage with our running game, right? But when you read these numbers and you flip to the other side of the ball, right? This is the type of shit that make you nervous. This right here, these numbers right here, this is the type of thing that makes you nervous, because this is what you expect better, especially from you're talking about a receiving core that does not have a Stephon Diggs. You putting up numbers with a receiving core that don't have a Stephon Diggs, that's a problem. What you gonna do against him? Now, you could do the same thing that Denver did to us. You know what I mean? You know, that they did to DA. You could do the same thing to Diggs. But he will find a way to catch the ball just like DA. Diggs is not no slouch. You know what I mean? Diggs is not a slouch. I'm sorry.
When they really needed it, especially in that last game, when they really needed it, there was a whole series where Allen went to Diggs the whole way up the field. So when they want to turn it on, there's a possibility of that happening.
So there was a question earlier. How do you stop Josh Allen? You rattle him. You rattle him. You do exactly what the Jets did. They increasingly put pressure in his face and moved him off his spot, and he couldn't handle it. It forces him to make mistakes because he's trying. I'll never fault a man for trying. But I will tell you, you got to make better decisions. You know? You got to bounce back. You got to make better decisions. That's all I can really tell you. But I can tell you, I'm going to critique what I saw. And what I saw didn't look like a top quarterback in the league to me. It didn't. Did it to you?
It is both. And like I was just saying with my other statement with Diggs was, yeah, you saw the erraticness about it, but when he, like that drive that he had with Diggs, where it was just him and Diggs pretty much pitch and catch, like you could tell he was locked in for whatever reason that was, whether it was desperation or I don't know who else got into his ear or whatever, but he settled down. So that is like to what Dirty's saying is the key, is you got to get him off his square, because if you don't get him off his square and he's able to sit there, you know what I'm saying, then you have the possibility of getting tore up. So the D line it plays a key part, not just in the pass game, but also they need to be disciplined in the contain. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that Josh Allen, if he sees a crack, he's out for the races.
My brother, love you to death. So he says, let's keep it 100. How good do you expect the D to be in week 1 with 5 new starters who wasn't here last year? To keep it 100, big bro, I expect them to be as good as all the beat writers were saying they were throughout all these joint practices. That's how good I expect them to be. And I don't think I actually saw that in week 1. I think it gets better. But if we're keeping it 100, I expect them to be as good as everybody was making them out to be. Oh, they improved here. They improved here. Oh, I think this is going to be better. This has got to be better. But then you see game week 1, and yeah, you don't really see what the beat writers was talking about. You can see some splashes of it, some semblance. But to be truthful, I mean, that's how good you expect them to be. Now, did I expect them to be Hall of Fame, 360 degrees turnaround? Nah, I wasn't expecting that. But I was expecting a better display of what I saw. Now, I do have high hopes and aspects of them getting better as the weeks to come. But I need them to have fixed whatever the major issues were this week. Get better at the recognizing, the routes. Covering the underneath. We gotta cover that underneath. Max has got to slow down just a hair. Max has got to slow down just a hair, bro. If Max slowed down just a tiny bit, bro, he makes more tackles, he makes more sacks. I guarantee it. If he slowed down just a tiny bit, bro, but he's got so much power and so much speed that sometimes these quarterbacks are able to step up and step around it because he's just out of place by a fraction of a spot, bro. You know what I mean? How many times he just gets his fingertips on a quarterback? You know what I mean? Imagine if he's an inch or two over the other way. Now he has a whole hand on him. You know what I mean? Football is a game of inches. Always has been, always will be. It's a game of inches, bro.
I encourage anybody to go look back at especially with Max Crosby, because I've noticed this trend. Every time Max Crosby goes and he barely gets to quarterback, check out the results of what that play is. I'll just leave that there because I want you guys to do your own homework. But go watch Max Crosby when he barely gets quarterback. Like you said, he got his hands swiping on it, but he couldn't get a full grasp of him, and watch and see the results of those plays. So it's something to pay attention to.
Sorry, I forgot to turn off one of the studio lights. It gets super bright.
Now, do I think that Max Crosby is a good player? Of course, yeah.
Great player.
But
could he be phenomenal? Hell yeah. I expect him to be phenomenal because he keeps telling me he's going to be phenomenal.
And I agree with you too, Dirty, in the sense of the expectation of what I thought this defense in week one was going to be. Of course, this week one is still early in the season and they're still trying to figure things out. But these beat writers, I felt like they were gaslighting us for real in the sense of I heard tones of they were dominant. You know what I'm saying? They were dominating and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, when have I seen some domination?
Pull up, Gabe. If you ain't doing anything, pull up. But he says the defense by ranking was 10th overall in the offseason. We were only asking, hopefully, this team could be top 15. And to me, they were definitely at least top 15. I mean, if we're judging by that standards, I can't be mad at you. I can't argue that you're wrong. I did say top 15. They are top 10. But here's my thing. If this team, I mean, it's only week one. You're going off top 10, week one, first place, week one. Okay, cool. Great. That's wonderful. Add more to it. Next week, I want the defense to get better this week, and next week be top 7. Fuck whatever's in the 3 behind us. Who cares about 8, 9, 10? We top 7. Right? And then the following week you get a little bit better. Now you're top 5. Your offense has gotten better. Now they're dancing up there in the top 7, top 9 range. So now you got a top 5 defense, a top 9 offense. Just saying.
So the Raiders were top 10 off of that performance.
I guess so. Let's find. Let me go research.
Might be top 10 in a certain category. But if you're telling me that just even off of the grades you gave me of our cornerbacks, that our defense was top 10 with Marcus Peters at 100 and Jacorian Bennett on the other side close to 100, and the best passing grade was our linebacker Diablo. I don't know if that. To me that don't sound like top 10, but you know I don't got the stats and everything in front of me.
So
I agree with you too, All Eyes. I mean, it's the first
so the
week.
worst defense in the NFL right now is the Chicago Bears, followed by the Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Las Vegas Raiders are at 29. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have us at 29. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see. Yeah, we're not top 10. Not on nobody's list. We're 19 on ESPN's list. Yeah, I think I saw that, Gabe. I think that's what I'm looking at. I see 19.
Hey, if we top 10, then oh yeah, we blowing out the Bills, right?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
What? Who was calling a blowout last week?
See, I'm looking at a couple of sites. I'm gonna do the average. Some teams have us at 30. Some have us at 31. Some have us at 19. I'm gonna stick with the 19, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rock with the 19. I'm gonna take let me see what this is all about. I think I saw this one. Fantasy football rankings week 1 from elite to streamable. Elite, Baltimore, Frisco, Philly, Minnesota, Jacksonville. Solid, Washington, Dallas, New Orleans, Buffalo, Cincinnati. Streaming options: Atlanta, Pittsburgh, Denver, Seattle, Vegas. That's still at 15. That's still number 15. And no way in the world you can tell me that what I just saw was a top 10 defense after week 1. It's ain't no way. Was it a decent performance? Was it enough to win the game? Yeah. But was it top 10? Not by any means. Way too many penalties to be a top 10 defense. Way too many penalties to be a top 10 defense. I'm just saying. Too many missed tackles. I'm just saying.
Where does everybody expect the Broncos to be in the division? I know this ain't my show, but I really want to ask that question.
Shit, I expect them to be in last place, like I said. Them are the Chiefs. Them are the Chiefs. That's where I expect Denver to be. Either last or third. But I think the two worst teams in this division this year is going to be the Chiefs and the Broncos. Just being honest. If them wide receivers can't learn to catch, bro, it's gonna be a rough day for them. You know why the Giants gave up on Tony. Everybody knows why. He couldn't catch the ball. And last year, okay, cool. But now you get back into week 1, bro, and you got butterfingers. You can't catch shit. Now, was all of them good passes and catchable? Nah, they weren't. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. Not all of them were. I think maybe one of his drops wasn't really his fault. I think that tip interception, I don't really think that was his fault. That shit was going over his head. Because he jumped for it. That shit was going over his head. He went up for it. But regardless, I ain't got no faith in him. I just don't. You know? Until you prove me otherwise. So if that's the case, I feel like they gonna struggle.
So if we're expecting the Broncos to be 3rd or 4th in the division, is that playoffs? 3rd or 4th in the division?
4th? No. 3rd, maybe.
Is that Super Bowl?
Can't say no. If you make the playoffs, you got a chance at the Super Bowl.
True.
Do we think it's gonna happen? Fuck no.
I'm just saying, like, I've been hearing, you know, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I've been hearing way too much about, oh, we beat the Broncos, and it's like if we in our mind already identified them as being the bottom of the division, that shouldn't be our standard. Our standard is playoff Super Bowl. So what's the I don't get it. I really don't. So someone help explain that to me, that we're satisfied with the performance, a streaky performance, a streak by performance of a team that's going to be at the bottom of our division, that we identify as going to be at the bottom of our division. Are we satisfied with that? Yes, we're satisfied with the win, but are we satisfied with that type of behavior if we're trying to make it to the playoffs and the Super Bowl? Unless your bar is lower, unless you're just saying, hey, let's just win, you know, 5 games.
We're not complaining about a win, Omar. No one's complaining or upset about a win. We're not. We're happy with the win. I just want to figure out, can we do better, or is this it? You know what I mean? Can we do better, or is this it? Is everybody just happy with this, and that's cool? Or do we want more? I'm not complaining about a win. I love all the dubs. Take them how I can get them. But we saw some things that didn't sit right with us. Twan is right. A lot of people were holding, you know, the Broncos up to this high-ass pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, they such this phenomenal team, and they've been the worst team in the AFC West for the last 5 years. We've been better than them for the last 5 years. And we've been kicking their ass for the last 4. So you can't put the Bills all the way up here. They were nice. There was a great win because it was an AFC West rival, somebody we can't stand. You know what I mean? It wasn't a great team. It wasn't. Everybody saw Russell Wilson last year. Ain't no way unless he on PDEs, he changed that shit around. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
And I've heard it. I've heard it so many times. Oh, Russell Wilson's a bum. They ain't got all they got is Cortland Sutton. I heard all the excuses as to why we should have annihilated the Broncos. And what happened?
So I can't wait till we get our shit together and play them again. We should fucking cakewalk them. I expect this defense to be better. I want this defense to be better. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Everybody ain't at the caliber of Denver, right? Everybody ain't on that caliber of Denver. I know it's a divisional game. They always played hard. They're usually not, big blowouts unless it's us playing Kansas City and they fucking walk all over us. Everybody's okay with that, though. Well, it was Blase Bla's fault. We can't ever take no responsibility. Well, I'm taking some responsibility for winning. But I want to see better because it was an okay performance. It wasn't a great performance. It wasn't a phenomenal performance. I want to see a phenomenal performance, bro. That's all. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for wanting to see? Am I wrong for believing that my team could do better and will produce better? And I need to say it out loud that this defense can be better and will be better and will do better. And that's all I'm saying. I'm cheerleading for the team, but I want to be positive about it and reinforcement and say, hey, look, you're good, but you can be better. I see better in you. I know you got it in there. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I know it was week 1. So I'm just saying, week 2, I want to see you do your thing, man. I see you get all the bugs and kinks worked out in week 1, but week 2, man, I need you to do your damn thing, man. I need you to get out there and ball till you fall, man. What I mean? I need you to go out there and do your thing.
Did anybody listen to McDaniel's presser?
I missed it.
Game? Well, I'm just saying. I'm putting more facts out.
Game or today
after the game, the day after the game, he said the same stuff. So did he sound like he was satisfied with how they performed? Yes or no? So obviously there was some needs for improvement. So that's all we're saying. Yeah, we're happy that they got the win or whatever, but that if our eyesights are higher, got to be better.
I'm happy for the divisional win. Oh, you know what I mean? I'm happy for the divisional win. I'm not hyped about the divisional win. You know what I mean? I'm hyped that it's football season. That's great. But I'm not hyped about that win. I'm happy for it, though. I'm grateful for it. I'm happy for it. And I know it will be better. I'm satisfied with a dub, but I'm not. Look. So, y'all get surveys, right? Y'all get surveys in the mail when you go somewhere, you do some business or something, or they call you on the phone and they be like, hey, would you just do a survey for us? And then they ask you, are you happy? Are you okay? Are you mad? Are you okay? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Or are you totally satisfied? The totally satisfied is the one that counts. Any other answer, they don't give a fuck. You weren't totally satisfied, so whoever serviced you or helped you didn't meet their mark. I'm satisfied, but I'm not totally satisfied. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense to anybody, man. You know what I mean? I'm satisfied, but I'm not totally satisfied. I felt like the customer service could have been just a little bit more of this. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. We satisfied, but we ain't totally satisfied. And I want to be totally satisfied. Think of it this way. If you need another one, if that one didn't work for you, think of it this way. You get you a little something, right? Meet you this bad little thing. Y'all going out on a date. You know what I mean? You spend some money. You know what I mean? You go some nice places. You do some things. She bad. She bad. I mean, she bad. Oh, man. Everybody looking at her. Everybody want her. She fine. But then you get her home. And you get inside. And you don't feel nothing. Because her walls is beat to shit. Are you satisfied? Are you totally satisfied with that? Are you totally satisfied with that? Nah, you ain't. You ain't. I don't even think you're satisfied.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm satisfied with a dub. I'm always satisfied with a dub. But I'm not totally satisfied with the way the game was played and the display of football that we put out there. You know what I mean? I felt like it was just enough to win the game. But if we would have put forth a cleaner, less penalized game, if we'd have made just a few more tackles, if we'd have made a couple of more stops, you know, I feel like we could have produced a lot better game. A lot better. That don't even make no sense. I think we could have produced a more entertaining and a higher scoring and more entertaining game. Right, Romeo? That's the question of the day, bro. That's the question of the day. You know what I mean? I don't want to be satisfied. I want to be totally satisfied. You know what I mean?
So we can play just so the way that we played against the Broncos, we can play like that against all the teams in the NFL, and go 17-0. Right? Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. Hey, if we played like that and we gonna win all the games, cool. Let's roll. Let's roll.
I'm always happy for the wins, bro. I'm always happy for the wins. But let's just, as I told you, let's just be real, man. Let's just be real, bro. Other teams are not going to just let that slide like that. The mistakes that we made that they didn't capitalize on. You know what I mean? Other teams will take advantage of that. You got to add those scores into that score, bro. I'm just saying. We don't want to get ourselves in that predicament again to where we're getting upset. So I want to get it all out in the open now, moving forward, so we can celebrate. Man, did you see how from game 1 to game 2 he did this, man, and he was that much better? And then you get the game, man, you see how in game 3, man, he was you remember in game 1 and 2 he was doing this, but you get to game 3, bro, bro, that's what I want to talk about. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's depressing. I don't know how it's depressing. For me to just say, hey, look, bro, I just think this could be a little bit better.
What are the coaches doing? What
They
what
speak
what
worse than me.
what did the coaches do all week? They told these players what you did wasn't good enough. You need to do better. And that's what we're saying. If we run in, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing names out there. You know what I'm saying? If we ran into, obviously we're gonna run into the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? And those, you know, Dirty has his view on who the Chiefs are, but you know, my view is you can't fool around with the Chiefs. You miss an opportunity, they will make you pay for it. So if we want to beat the Chiefs and we want to, you know, be first in the AFC West, we got to start capitalizing on certain stuff. And that's just in our division.
I get it, Omar. But here's the question: do you think the performance that we put on the field against the Denver Broncos is sufficient enough to continue to win throughout the season? Let me ask you that question. You know what I mean? Do you think the display of defense that you saw played? Actually, I'm not even just on the defense, bro. I'm offense too. Offense too, because the running game, we didn't even break 100 yards. You know, we should have had at least 120, 130, right? Minimum, we should have had 120, 130. That's all I'm saying. Look, do you think the style of play of football that we displayed will be good enough to continue to win out the rest of the season? You think we can win every game with 17 points? You think that's enough points on the board to win a game? A lot of games? No, it's not. I get what rolls over the next week. Now, all I'm saying is, if you've seen seasons where our display of football and defense rolled into the next week, 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 and it never fucking changed. All I'm expressing is my opinion that I feel like if they fix a few things, I think this defense could be phenomenal. I think it could hold people to maybe 13 points. And I believe our offense is capable enough of going out and putting out 35. But I want to see it. What's wrong with that? How's that not okay? How's that me being depressing? To ask for better? I think they can do better. I believe they can do better. They have all the talent in the world to do better. They do. I seen Spillane do some nice things, bro. If he slowed down just a smidge on that one tackle, oh, bro, we having a whole nother conversation about some things. That was a big play. He broke out that tackle and rushed for another 12 yards after that. Hey, look, if we beat the Bills, I'm not going to say the Bills are a bad team. I'm going to say that's exactly what I was looking for from this football team. The ability to go out there and beat a team, you know what I mean, that people are calling Super Bowl. You prove that you deserve to be on the field with in the conversation when it talks about playoff teams. But in order to do that, you have to play a better game than what you played against the Denver Broncos. Buffalo is a better team than Denver. You cannot play them the same way. It has to be a better game. It has to be a better display. That's all. This can't be the top of the mountain for the Raiders defense. There's no way in the world, or the Raider team, period. There's no way in the world that game one is the top of the mountain. Ain't no way. Game one is the top of the mountain, bro. Ain't no way. You can't convince me it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying game one is by far the worst game the Raiders will play all season. That has been my statement. Week one against the Denver Broncos will be the worst display of football the Raiders will present all year. We will not have another game like that.
So that means that we're playing better from this point on.
Yeah, I think we're at the bottom of the mountain, climbing our way up.
Mm-hmm.
So if
I'm
you're on your way up, I
I'm
mean,
with
hey. Hey, I love giving flowers, bro. I gave flowers. Did I not give flowers?
Do we need to give more flowers?
Should I only give flowers and not mention, hey, what can be fixed and what may be broken? Y'all know me, man. Y'all watch me for a reason. Because I say what I want to say. I feel how I feel. I say what I want to say. What's wrong with that? That's why you watch me. I don't have all negative takes, Dark. I don't have all negative takes, bro. I don't. I already gave Jacoby Myers his flowers, bro. I already said the man played an excellent game. I'm not even really here to discuss last week's game. I'm more here to discuss the game that's coming up. The dub is the dub. We got that. I'm happy with that. Right? I'm more or less saying, hey, look, if you eliminate this right here, you know what I mean? If we eliminate this out of our play, this right here will get better. You know what I mean? Hey, if we take the time to just kind of get our head around maybe the other direction, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Hey, maybe we make a better break on the ball. Maybe there's an interception there. Right? This team played good enough to win, but it didn't play to its caliber. And I think this team is better than what we saw against the Denver Broncos. Now, the real test is this weekend against a better football team. And this better football team can make you pay for mistakes. Now, they're coming off of a game where, hey, the quarterback that should have beat them takes 3 snaps and is gone for the game. And then they lose to a quarterback that the other team been trying to get rid of. You know what I mean? Like, and he comes out and, you know what I mean? They take you to overtime and then they beat you on a punt return. And it's a walk-off touchdown on special teams. And yeah, man, you got gashed in the run game. You got not so much in the passing game, but you could have, I attribute a lot of that to quarterback play. You know what I mean? The wide receiver is fire. You know what I mean? If y'all don't think Wilson is fire, y'all tripping. Garrett Wilson is freaking fire, bro.
He's like
but you know, we're better. We have a better quarterback than the Jets do. We definitely have better wide receivers than the Jets do. And we have better running backs than the Jets do. Our offensive line, they're up there. You know what I mean? But that run defense, we really needed to work on that this week so that it could be a little bit better. Josh Jacobs will be back on his bearings. I think the contact from week 1 shook the rust off of him. And I believe that by handing him the ball and giving him a couple of spells with, you know, Amir Abdullah every now and then, or Brandon Bolden, you know, if you want to bring any of them in to kind of give them just a little spell every now and then, but continue to pound that ball for at least the first half. I mean, come out and just run it down their throat, and then hit them with a pass, touchdown. You know what I mean? Just come out there and just run that defense into the ground, man. They don't have a whole lot of substitutions available for them. That linebacking core that they have is really weak right now without Von Miller. That front line, it has its gaps, it has its holes, it has its spots where it can, you know what I mean, be pushed around. So if we work on that, bro, if we fine tune that a little bit more this week in practice and take that into Sunday's game, we could beat Buffalo easily, bro. We could easily beat Buffalo by 2 touchdowns. But we have to get it down and we have to produce it on the field. We have to get it working. You know what I mean? This is a game. This is a must-win game. If ain't nobody telling you, I'm telling you right now, this is a must-win game. This game sends a statement. This game makes a statement if we win this game. This is a must-win. We have to win it, bro. We have to win this game, man. It's a must-win. It's Buffalo. It's a team, like I said in the beginning, people got them going to got them in the playoffs, winning Super Bowls. If you can beat them, just imagine where you lay in the conversation in the realm now. Not only do you beat Buffalo, but you also hold on to first place in the AFC West by going to 2-0. You know, ain't nobody else in the AFC West got to win. So if we win, that only increases our hold on the AFC West title. And you need to build from there.
And to add on to what Dirty's saying, the Bills are identified as one of the teams that are supposed to be in the playoffs. So if we beat them, then now you have a tiebreaker against a team like that. So that helps us even more. It goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. I think this is the test. We expected to beat the Broncos. In most people's reports, I didn't say it, but most people's reports were that we were going to beat them in a valiant fashion, but that didn't happen, which is okay too. We still got the win, but we got to move on to teams like the Bills that are destined to be in the playoffs. And how do we match up against those guys? I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance to beat them. But like I said, if we get out there, you know what I'm saying, slow-footed and not on our toes, we'll find out.
I'm not belittling the win, to clarify. I'm not trying to belittle the win. I already praised the win after we won. Great win. Let's go get some more. But that can't be the recipe for winning every game. Can't be. Because even though we won, it still left a bad taste in my mouth because anything could have happened. It just so happened we were, you know what I really loved about the win? It was one of those games that we would have easily lost last year. And I said this one after the game. One of the things I loved about this game was the fact that this is easily just like one of the games last year, close games that we could have lost. You know what I mean? And last year we did. But this year found a way, you know what I mean, to hold on to it, to grasp it. But he said, what is bothering you about the win? What's bothering me about the win is I believe Denver Broncos are a team that we should have put up more points on. I feel like we didn't play a great football game. I feel like that's got to be the bottom of the hill, the worst game played, you know what I mean, in order for this season to succeed. I still believe we can win games, but I believe we can put up better performances. It wasn't the knockdown, drag out, be all performance that deserves for me to throw a parade for. It wasn't that. It was a good enough performance to beat a team that nobody has going anywhere. A team that has consistently been the worst team in our division for the last couple of years. A team that we are up 7-0 on right now because it's been 7 straight wins. Against a team like Buffalo, no, because I know the performance will be better. Against a team like Buffalo, no. Buffalo has a better offense. Not so much their defense, though. I think Denver's defense is better than Buffalo's defense. I think Denver's defense is better than Buffalo's defense. But I still think we win the game. But I think we win the game if some of the small things that we did wrong in the first game get fixed and we do them right in the next game. That's all I'm saying. You can't tell me you was pleased with the game. If you're not totally satisfied, it doesn't fucking matter. Ask a coach. Ask an owner. If they're not completely satisfied, if you're not totally satisfied, completely satisfied, it does not matter in business. And the game is a business. We left points behind. We made an error throw for an interception. That's all I'm saying. If we fix those, man, who knows what could be? Who knows what the outcome could be? That's all. Were you happy with not seeing Hunter Renfrow get any targets? Were you happy with Mayer not getting any targets? No. Were you happy with me giving up a 20-yard pass? I wasn't. That's all I'm saying. Let's just fix the tiny mistakes that hurt us. Were you happy with Illuminor jumping off sides? You couldn't have been. That's all I'm saying. Let's fix that little shit. Let's fix the little shit, and we'll be fine.
And like
Being just happy to win is cool. I applaud that. But I want to crush them. I want to crush people. I think this is a team that can crush people, bro. It could. If everything was going right, I think this is a team that could fucking crush people, bro. Yeah, we on the same page, bro. I'm sorry if y'all think I'm shitting on the team. I'm not. I'm really not, bro. I never shit on my own squad just to be shitting on them, bro. I'm not. I'm just hoping they hear. Like when I wrote that letter, I know y'all remember the letter. Like when I wrote that letter, bro, they heard it. They heard it. Look at what we're doing. Look at what we got. Just saying. So I say what I want to say when I want to say it, because hey, that's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel. Somebody got to say it. I can't be on here blowing smoke up your ass. That's not my thing to do.
You ain't gonna get that on my channel either. But I also want to say this too. Like, I know that is, and we've been saying it. I know a lot of people have been saying it. You know, it is just week 1, but that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can really break down. We can't break down preseason. You know what I'm saying? And last year's team was last year's team. So all we can go off of is what we saw last week. That's all the, you know what I'm saying? Now, after the Bills game, then, you know, when we go to our next opponent, then we'll have the Bronco game, the Bill game to pull things from. But all we got from is what we saw week 1.
That's all I can judge it on. Yeah, it's one game, but we just want to see more. We just want to see better. I believe you will see it this week. The Raiders did something, you know what I mean, that I can really applaud. I believe they went straight to New York. I think they went from Denver straight to New York. And they've been there all week, getting acclimated to the time. In real time. Getting acclimated to the, not only the time, but the climate change. You know what I mean? Getting acclimated to the surroundings. I like that. That tells me you're trying to win. That tells me you're trying to win. I got a guest backstage. I'm waiting for his camera to pop up.
Did they was I didn't catch that one. Did they say any reports as to why they decided to do that?
You're trying something new.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're trying something new. They got money in the budget. There's a facility that he's really familiar with. He's been there a couple of times, you know. I think once against the Vikings, and I believe once against the Dolphins for training camp. So he's very familiar with the facility. It has everything that we have to offer, you know what I mean, our players that they need, you know, the essentials that they need. It's all there. So it's something that they want to try and see if it really is, if it will work, you know what I mean? And before we continue explaining, let me bring in another one of my brothers, you know what I mean? My cousin, you know what I mean? I always tell y'all that my cousin, man, in my fan band right here, man. We long distance cousins, man. Bro, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people I got a lot of love for, a lot of respect for. You know what I mean? He, as I tell you, his family treats me great every time we're around. We're great friends. We'll be at the game again this year down in LA. You know what I mean? We're going to get us some Roscoe's. We're going to blow some trees as always, because that's what we do. The king of 420. and fresh off of his show, you know what I mean, the 420 hour, coinciding with the Raiders Outsiders Network. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my boy, the one and only Mr. Reddit Gabe. What's up with you, Gabe? Chilling, man.
Eating and shit. Ate some fucking food.
So they were in West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I think the because they actually and that's why I asked, because they had, remember, I think it was last year when we went to New Orleans, and then we went to Florida. There's a facility that's it's similar to
McDaniel said something that they've practiced there twice before. They've used that facility twice before in his press conference.
Yeah. So there's facilities there's facilities throughout the U.S. that are like, you have that, have everything that they need, because there is a place down in Florida that it seems like a lot of NFL players, teams, what I'm saying, if they're like trying to like, stay somewhere.
Yeah, that's an IG Academy.
Yeah.
I think this was just to get used to the time zone. You know what I mean? Get acclimated to the time zone. Body, body clock. You know what I mean? Get that body clock ready. You know what I mean, for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something new. If it works, great. Keep doing it.
I like that though, because it would have been so easy for them to travel back to home, practice there all week, fly out on Friday like they usually do. That would have been easy, because for Denver, a flight from Denver to Vegas ain't nothing, bro. It's a half-hour flight. You know what I mean? You're gonna make it there quick. So they could have done that, slept in their own bed. But I like the grind, the grind approach. You know what I mean? Like let's go out there and get acclimated. It doesn't matter if we're sleeping in our own bed or whatever like that. But let's go do this shit on on the other side of the other coast, pretty much. You know what I mean? So I like that aspect of it.
And it's their first East Coast game too. So definitely that.
Yeah.
They had cops on the hills and shit, and like they were like preventing from anybody just standing around trying to film or anything like that. They had films. Because I guess there's like hills are like above that facility, so they had cops all around the hills and shit, just so nobody could be up there filming or anything like that.
Yeah.
And McDaniel should know, because he has been caught for it. Shit.
Isn't that the one with? It's similar to like kind of like the Rams, because doesn't the Rams like wherever the Rams practice,
like that, yeah.
Like there's like a hill that if you're from a distance you can actually see what's going on.
Yeah, there's one area where you can get on top of that hill and pretty much
sit there and look down. Yeah. But there's also houses back there too, and there's nothing you can do about that.
I always tripped out because when we were in Oakland, our camp was in Napa, and like the Napa facility, there was like these apartments, and like if you were on the top part, the top floor of those apartments, you could literally sit in your back, your back window and watch them practice. So I was like, man, I wonder if someone's over there like, Cowboys got a rented a room over there,
that was player housing.
Really?
Was it?
Yeah, that was player housing.
But that's Cowboys player housing, because that's Oxnard's. That's Oxnard. We're talking about Napa.
We said Napa. That's player housing.
I'm talking about Napa. Because so on one side that's where the hotel is, but then on the other side it's actually like residential, you know what I'm saying? And like there's an apartment building, like, and like if you're on the top, floor, you can look out the window and see the field.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be I don't know. I just have a feeling it's gonna be a tough game. I do think that for sure. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I just don't. With the defense, I just think that like we for sure played a awful first half. You know what I mean? And because that's when they gave up the first. I mean the basically the 2 touchdowns basically. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, man. I just think that when it's all said and done, I think that the second half they made I wouldn't say adjustments. I think they just got like they kind of figured out like what kind of offense the Broncos were trying to run, which They kind of stifled them in the second half. You know what I mean? They only kept them. I think the only drive that they ended up getting multiple first downs in is in the one where Masterson made that penalty. You know what I mean? Which allowed them to even get their only 3 points in the second half. I just think if they could build off of that second half, it's good. You know what I mean? Like that's why I kind of want to it wasn't a whole game for sure, like a complete game, no, but I just think that these type of games could sometimes do more, especially early like this. When because I was talking on my show, like sometimes you kind of have I know guys believe in he's a great locker room guy, as they say. You know what I mean? Every team he's been on, he's been a great locker room guy, and Jimmy G. You know what I mean? But you have to know that there's certain players that are still on this team that that they're still gonna have a little bit of question marks. You know what I mean? So I think an early win like this in the season can do big things, just because you face adversity, man. You know what I mean? You didn't play your prettiest game. You know what I mean? You played an awful first half, and you know what I mean, and you still were able to kind of squeak it out. Even though it sounds bad that we squeaked it out, you know what I mean? Just those type of games are teams that struggle that much. Only good teams are usually. I'm not saying not only good teams. Usually, only good teams can find ways to win those type of games. You know what I mean? Especially when they're down in the fourth quarter after a boneheaded mistake. You know what I mean? Because just like other years, you could just see the Raiders, the heart sucked out of them when stuff happens like that. You know what I mean? Just the spirit just taken right out of them. You know what I mean? When shit happens like that.
And we saw the trend, you know what I'm saying? We saw the trends, you know what I'm saying, with this team where they played half. You know what I'm saying? One half was good, one half was bad. Then the next week, if vice versa, it was bad and then it was good, So it just trying to make sure that what we saw in the second half is how they play all 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? And if we are able to do that, then we can, you know what I'm saying, be confident in handling all of our opponents. But like you said, they had troubles in the first half, and that could have been because of week 1, not knowing how Sean Payton was really going to run, you know what I'm saying, the Broncos, and then they figured it out in the second half and made their adjustments or whatever, however they made it. But we can't play half. We can't no longer be settling to play half of football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, because half of footballs ain't gonna win you games. You know what I mean? But that's why I think that game was kind of important, because you did only play one good half, and then you still, other aspects of the game were bad. You know what I mean? Penalties, and didn't have a run game, and it was just that's why it was very rare for us to pull off a game like that. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why that's the positive that I see in it. You know what I mean? Of course there was some negatives. That's always good. There's always going to be negatives, but sometimes, you know what I mean, you can go back to film and kind of look that over and see that, especially when you got like Loon was saying earlier, you had 5 guys out there who are kind of new to the basically the NFL. You know what I mean? So I just think, and then not 5 guys new to the NFL, but 5 guys new to this team. You know what I mean? On the defense. So I just think that I kind of took them a little, in the first half. You could see them kind of not in sync. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but it just, the defense was just playing I don't know, man. It just, they were playing everything in front of them, which pretty much the whole game, which is another thing I like. But in the first half, they were letting too many chunk yards, too many 8-yard carries, or a 8-yard pass, or something like that, and allowing the Broncos to sustain drives, which I think in the second half they kind of shut that down a little bit. You know what I mean? They weren't. I think they only had 3 drives in the second half, 3 total drives in the second half. The Broncos, and 2 of them were one of them was for 4 yards, and the other one was for 7 yards. But the one where Masterson got his penalty, that's one that they had 85 yards or something like that.
Yeah. And also we have to be just prepare ourselves, because the NFL, that just get ready for it. because Jacorian Bennett is out there, they're going to test him. You know what I'm saying? He's the rookie out there. They're going to be trying to, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's part of even what we saw, you know what I'm saying, in the game, you know, with Jacorian Bennett, like they were testing our rookie, you know what I'm saying? And even if I was like, if there was a rookie on another team, you know what I'm saying, I would be telling the coach, hey, let's go see what the rookie got. I'm testing the rookie. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely going to earn his lumps, but I think he's going to come out on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think performs worse in rain? Jimmy or Josh Allen?
You know, for a guy who plays in the rain a lot, I would say Josh Allen.
Plays worse?
Yeah.
Or better?
Worse.
I think so too, because the times that I've seen him play in the rain, I think one game I've seen him throw at 5 interceptions, and then another game where it was a bad weather game too. They ran the ball like 5 times or something like that, or I don't know how many times.
Didn't it just rain? Didn't it just rain against the Jets?
Oh yeah, it was raining that day. Yeah, 3 interceptions to the same dude.
And what was Josh Allen still trying to do? Sling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another reason why I give it to Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen would probably be the worst quarterback in between, you know, Josh Allen and Jimmy Garoppolo, because Jimmy G, he ain't gonna be trying to throw the deep ball in general. Let alone it being a raining game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely gonna be trying to make quick short passes and everything else. Like
if Josh Allen runs, he's gonna get cracked. He's gonna pay for it.
I hope it's the lane too.
He's gonna pay a price for it. I think. Look, I watched the tape, man. Tyree got to get off the ball, bro.
Yes.
Tyree's got to get off.
Somebody said it earlier. Who was on the show earlier? I think I don't know. I think Lowe was on the show earlier saying something about, I guess, because in the technique, I guess, that was taught like supposedly in Texas at Texas Tech was because I guess they ran a lot of in that league they run a lot of run option shit. So they run like their defense is more predicated on I guess, you know, standing up first and then like, you know, dissecting the play and then doing the shit. But this ain't college anymore, bro. You gotta have been working on that fucking get off. Like, you need to. That's the one thing I will say. He needs to get off the ball better. Like, if that was, you know, the way you played in college right now, you got to get that shit out of your mind, bro. Like, that shit's not gonna work here because you ain't gonna get much quarterbacks running no, you know, unless you're playing like the Ravens or somebody like that. You know what I mean? That's the only way or the Bears. You know what I mean? That I could see that maybe, you know, coming into, you know, maybe some good, but he needs to be able to have that first step. That first step needs to be deadly, and his hands already need to be on that offensive lineman before the offensive lineman can get his hands on him. Because if he could get if any play, bro, if he gets his hands on any offensive lineman, those offensive linemen ain't gonna be able to do shit because his hands are just so long. You know, that's why that first step has to be crucial.
I'm giving, and this is just me, I'm giving Tyree to week 4.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah. I'm not saying that he has to get it like now. I'm just saying, like, once that's what he does need to work on. I'm just saying what he like kind of needs to work on, because because everything else you can't teach. You know what I mean? You can't teach his size. I don't think you could teach that, like, for his size, his speed, you know what I mean? And then his length, you know what I mean? I just don't think you could teach any of those things. But that first step, if you can get anything near like a Max Crosby first step, shit.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm giving him to week 4 is I'm just trying to factor in, give him a preseason's worth of games, you know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been out there like the other guys. So if we give him those 3 to 4 games to get acclimated, get conditioned, or whatever else he needs to figure out, hopefully he's really fully.
Oh, y'all.
He said he can't be negative. We can't cuss on this show. That was Disney characters in the back.
They over here talking about my back. Hold on, man. Let me show the people the background. Give me 1 second. I'm bring y'all right back.
Yeah, they look better in silver and black.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, like right there, they said that he has long arms. I think somebody right there said he has long arms, but I don't know. But also, bro, like you gotta see like his college tape. Like that dude has some strength, man. That dude is strong as an ox, man. So that's why I'm saying if you can get him just to, because his strength is good enough. You know what I mean? He's gonna be stronger than a lot of dudes out there. It's just that first step because it's allowing offensive linemen to get their hands on him, bro. And offensive linemen are taught technique to keep your hands inside, and they're gonna hold, bro. They're gonna hold. You know they get away with that shit every play. So that's why you can't allow those defensive linemen to get their hands on you before you get their hands on them, bro. Like you got to be able to win that. If you win that hand war, bro, I mean, especially with that size hands, you're going to be running into a lot of sacks. You don't even have to try for a lot of sacks. You're going to be running into a lot of sacks. You know what I mean? I just think that that first step is crucial because that's like the one thing that I think that makes Max who he is. You know what I mean? That first step, because that's what makes Max. Because by the time guys are up out of their stance, offensive linemen are out of their stance, he's already like on the side of them, already, you know, swimming and or doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta have them playing on the hill.
I think just certain people have that knack, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Khalil Mack was one of those guys that was quick off the ball, you know what I'm saying? And they had, you know, drills on stuff like that. And I think Tyree has to just, it just might have to take some time. He might have to get with Max or get with whoever, you know what I'm saying, coaching staff and tighten that up because like you said, his measurables, you can't teach that. The power, his arms, all of that.
A lot of people wanted Carter. We get it. We understand. You don't have him.
Yeah, I wanted to, but it's like at that point, like I kind of knew we were gonna get him. You know what I mean? It's just you know, with all the shit that goes on in Vegas and then the stuff that went on in Vegas. I wanted him too, trust me, dog. But it's, you know what I
mean? Yeah, look, I get it. So y'all want it, but I'm telling you, something's telling me this kid is gonna be better in the long run, especially for us. Just think he's gonna be better for us in the long run. And I'm not putting everything in the first game. I'm not either. But I know when I went back and looked at the tape, I'm like, oh, bro, yeah, you got to fix that.
Yes.
You got to fix that, bro. The whole defensive line is gone and you still in your stance, bro. Like, you got to fix that.
For real, bro. Like, he's like just chopping there like he's going to do up downs and shit. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? Come on. Bro, you need to get that first step, bro. And that's one thing that I think can be taught, you know, especially the way his first step is. It can be improved, like, you know what I mean, like with repetition, like because his first step is just so ugly that it can't get any worse. So I think like if you can just beat it into him, you know, with that just drills of getting off the ball, I think he can, you know, I think it's just something that he's, you know, he played at Texas Tech for quite a while, and that's just something. Oh no, my bad. You
know? No. Just go ahead, because I was about. When you said that, like all I could think about is I was like, well, at least we ain't got to worry about him going off sides.
He would never have a neutral zone.
You ain't got to worry about him putting panties on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He's so slow off the ball.
Look, my thing is
unless he lines up again in the neutral zone.
If your first step is, if your reaction is going to be that slow, put Kuntz in.
I mean, Kuntz did have a lot of time. It's just that he wasn't much more effective, bro. Like,
he lacks the measurables, bro.
Yeah. If fucking Tyree had his first step,
if we could combine the two together, Kuntz's first step with Tyree's physique, bro, we'd be awesome.
Over. That's another fucking max.
We'd be awesome, bro. So hopefully.
But hey, you know what I do like? I do like, and I do hope that they bring him up this weekend. I don't know if they're gonna bring up Isaac Rochelle again or not, but I like the Jordan Willis pickup again, re-adding him to the practice squad. You know what I mean? Hopefully they can hopefully they could get him out here and give him some help, man. I know they re-signed him, so I liked him in preseason, bro. I mean, he was solid out there when he was playing. You know what I mean, he played with a lot of the ones, got some sacks in the first game against the Niners. Like I thought he was on the edge at the end anyway, but with the ends that they only took 4 ends. I think that was his kind of like downfall. You know, having the Tyree and then Chandler fucking doing his thing so late. You know what I mean? After cuts and shit, basically. You know what I mean? I just think they didn't give him a chance to even stay on the team because it was just they were only going to stay with 4. And they kind of already had their 4 in mind. You know what I mean? Kuntz, Wilson, Max, and Chandler.
Yeah.
But now with Chandler being no, it's it's giving him it might give him a chance.
But for whatever reason, Chandler Jones don't want to come to practice. He don't want to play, or we don't want him to play for whatever reason.
I'm just what is that? What is the?
He's taking up a spot on the active roster, and that shit's getting on my nerves, bro.
Exactly. What do you think the holdup is on them? Like either releasing him and eating the money, or trying to go get a detrimental to the team type shit.
He stopped doing bullshit. So if that's the issue, he stopped doing the bullshit. If he would have continued, it would have been an easy case for him.
But okay, so now he's not showing up to games, right? Because of a personal matter or whatever, right? But does that count as like is he getting paid for those games?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think that was a part of to protect him from, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not getting a lot of.
Isn't that almost like a holdout type of situation?
Send his ass to IR or something, bro. Let him go.
That's almost like him doing it in a different way, but like still holding out. You know what I mean?
Let him go get some help, bro. Send his ass to IR, bro. Until his mind is right and he wants to play football again, man. Send his ass to IR. You know,
that's what I would do.
Create an active spot, bro, for somebody else to come in because we need players. We don't need motherfuckers sitting at home.
They brought Willis back. He's on a practice squad, but they haven't elevated him to the 53.
Who?
He's Jordan Willis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was.
I liked him. I didn't want him to go, but I like Jordan.
No, we haven't heard from Ziegler since Chandler started going off.
Ziegler hasn't said anything. He's been pretty hush.
He's been real quiet about what he's doing.
He hasn't said shit about anything. I don't think he's had a press conference since with nothing.
Nope, he hasn't spoken to the media since. Because he already knows that's all they're gonna want to talk about. I mean,
he must be moving around. He must be moving around south.
Josh was like, "Well, I'm not here to talk about that."
Yeah. Well, he must be moving around stealthy, dog, too. Like not letting no reporters get to him. He's like all stealthy probably right now, just getting through that facility like nothing.
If you want to talk about football, let's talk about football. But I'm not here to talk about that.
Yeah, that's it. You're not gonna get a fucking answer from them, like from McDaniels, and I don't think you would get anything from Ziegler anyway. That's why it's like I think to him it's like a waste of time if you do interview him because he's just gonna keep saying no comment or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So.
But I think we're the only ones that are talking about it. Like, I think we're the only ones like the Raider Nation is probably the only ones that are talking about it. Like, has the media really got their hands on this situation? No.
But Schefter's only like tweeted it. That's it. That's about it. He's only tweeted that like the Raiders have sent guys to their thing and like sent guys to his house and he was all this shit. But like not much. They haven't made no big it hasn't been a segment. I'll tell you that. It has no segment on no show that I've seen.
Because there ain't really nothing to talk about. The Raiders are doing what they're supposed to do when a player displays he ain't right.
I think if the Raiders would have came out and talked about the situation the day after, it would have made it a bigger situation. Which I think why is what, like, even though I don't like much like that McDaniels does like actually say in the media, like, even though like I do like kind of believe he will, you know, coach better this year, I still don't like any of his like press conference. I just don't like the things that he says. They're so like they have that Patriots mentality where they don't give up shit. And you know us, we're Raider fans. We fucking want to be, you know, we want to know fucking, you know, we want to know the ins and outs and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like that kind of pisses me off sometimes watching that shit. But you know, we gotta kind of stick with it. We'll get used to it.
I want him on the injury reserve, not the injury report. I want him on the injury reserve. Create a spot for somebody else to play.
We were so spoiled, you know, with the coaches before. We used to get everything. Everything.
Even when we didn't want to hear.
Yeah, getting everything we didn't want to hear, right? It's like, nah, we didn't want to hear that, but you gonna hear it. But you gonna hear it anyway.
Hey, Gabe. So one of the things we did before you got here was we expressed a memory of a Raider Buffalo game that either we hated it or we loved it. Mine was 2005 with Kerry Collins at quarterback when we weren't supposed to beat the Buffalo Bills at 1-4, and they was like 2-2 or something like that, 3-2. I think they were 3-2, 3-3. They were 3-3. You know what I mean? And we were 2-4 or 1-4 or something like that. And we weren't given a chance to beat these guys, and they would have won. It would have been first place, but Kerry Collins balled out, and we beat their ass like 38-21 or something like that.
Oh shit! That was what 2000 and what?
5.
2005. Yeah.
Gary Collins and Randy Moss and Lamont Jordan.
I gotta fuck, dog. If I'm gonna go back to an actual time,
Charles Woodson got hurt that game.
I'll probably go 2016, bro. Carr brought us back. Carr brought us back when we were losing by a good amount that game. I remember we were down by like, I think more than like 2 touchdowns. We were down by more than 2 touchdowns, if I'm correct. And then we ended up coming back and beating them by like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay, Carr balled out that game.
That was at home.
Yeah.
I remember that was at home.
Yeah, we were down by right here. Oh, let me see right here.
I haven't seen this game yet, J-Dog, so I can't put it on the list, but I sure hope it makes the list.
Yeah, 2006. Oh, yeah, right here.
Memorable games between the two. Because, look, it's a rivalry, as I said in the beginning of the show. This is a rivalry that dates all the way back to the AFL.
5:59 in the third quarter of that game. There was only 5:59 left in the third quarter of that game, and the Raiders were down 24-9. They ended up winning 38-24.
Yeah, that was a good game.
They scored fucking 29 points in a quarter and 5 minutes, 20 minutes game time.
Man, that's so almost like the one when they played the Bills.
Yeah, that was the Bills.
No, I'm saying in 2005.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that game. Because that was one of the years, we were balling, bro. That year we were balling. 2016, and then, a couple games after that is the, the rest. I don't even like to mention it. It breaks my heart. You break my heart, Fredo. You break my heart. That was I should have said. They should have said that shit to fucking Jack Del Rio. You break my heart, Jack. You break.
So I'm gonna share the 2005 highlights really quickly. This is for educational purposes, for memory, for those who may not have been around for it. This is just to take a quick look at what happened back in week 7 of 2005. Shouts out to ESPN for for whoever uploaded this. Appreciate you.
Road start, and so now we go. Randy Moss. Now, question if he'd be inactive, but no, he played, caught 3 balls. Charles Woodson injured while tackling Willis McGahee. Teammate Bobby Hamilton falls on Woodson's leg. Buffalo, like we said, they scored very early. Halfway through the first quarter, they lead 7-0. But Kerry Collins to Randy Moss, 15 yards. And then later in the drive, Collins, Nate Clements. They got good corners.
Beautiful play defensively. Just watch him. Times it, gets up in the air with Randy Moss, one of the best leapers in the game. Great job of knocking the ball down.
So the Raiders settle for a field goal. Bills to lead 7-3. Next Oakland possession. Collins, Moss. So limited. We see it. It's in the end zone, doesn't he? There it is. Made it 10-7.
Yeah, Clements has pretty good position here. Randy Moss, that nice, easy stride. Really good throw by Kerry Collins to the spot in front of the end zone.
So now Willis McGahee.
Man, can y'all believe we were that bad? I know y'all remember these days, man.
Shit, bro. I try to forget them.
I do too, bro. I do too, bro.
Bro.
You know what I mean? I do too, bro.
Only bright spot of those years were, to me, Charles Woodson, bro. Because at that time, even Moss.
I forgot all about, you know, when we talk about running backs, bro, you know, I completely forgot about Willis McGahee.
Yeah, he's
you know what I mean? He was nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was nice, bro.
That's when the U was coming out with a lot of running backs. Clayton Portis. That's when the U was coming out with all kinds of fucking running backs. Clayton Portis, Willis McGahee. There was another dude too. Fucking Edgerrin James. Fuck, dog. There was all kinds of running backs coming out of Miami at that time.
Bro, do you realize the music hasn't changed on ESPN either? The same music in 2005 when they do the highlights. It's the same music in 2023.
For real.
The best back in the NFL. Case closed on a conference call this week. Not worried what they're going to do. They better worry about what I'm going to do. Now, it's a good back. He runs hard. But let's slow down a little bit. The Raiders saw lost LaDainian Tomlinson on this field last week. And apparently Fabian Washington on the tackle said, "You're now BLT." And McGahee.
This is the defense I want to see this weekend.
4th and goal.
This is what I want to see.
Decide to hand off to Damian Shelton.
Bring your ass here.
And the stop ball ruled down at the 1. Turnover on down to the big stand for the Oakland defense.
The Raiders.
Second quarter of the game tied at 10. Collins, Moss, 6 yards. 2 plays later, they've been waiting for this. Lamont Jordan. Tough inside run. Touchdown, 17-10. And then, all right, I guess what?
Lamont Jordan was a body for real.
Bro, they had some of the best celebrations back then, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The best celebrate, like, because you really couldn't do a whole lot, right? A lot of the stuff that's done now, but its variations is like, bro, the chainsaw. Come on, man. You know that was the first time y'all seen the chainsaw, bro.
It's just like it's so many things have been done. Like it's like they're trying to reach. They're kind of reaching for celebrations now. You know what I mean? So they're getting kind of watered down. But every now and then you still get a good one.
Yeah.
Gabriel one-handed grab, 18 yards.
Oh.
And then he finds Doug Gabriel again. 14 yards.
I remember that.
That's on third and long at the
Just wanted that
Buffalo
jersey
31.
to
So Collins throwing
his
well.
last name
Now
on the
he
back.
hands it to Lamont Jordan. Gets the lead block. Cuts back. Nice
Oh,
right there.
that was
17 yards. There
God.
it is. Lead 24 to 2.
Oh, look
There's
at
the
that.
score to make it 24-17. And look at Jordan again.
Oh, look at Jordan. Look at
Almost
Jordan.
similar
What?
run for a while,
He said
Tom.
bye.
Into the end zone, 31-17. And the Raiders.
I don't remember Lamont Jordan having another game like that.
The Bills had a chance to be in
I don't remember
first.
Lamont Jordan
Mike
ever having
Wilson
another game like that.
ball to 3 and 4 as Oakland.
Man.
Hey, every once in a while, Lamont Jordan would have a decent run, and then
Oh yeah, but like that was like he said right there 130 something yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I never seen him had a game like that. He was solid. Don't get me wrong. I just never seen him had a game like that. You know, those were usually reserved for like fucking Tyrone Wheatley, the big dudes, or like or Charlie Garner or something like that. You know what I mean? Those were only guys getting fucking 100 yards back in those days, and they were already gone at that time.
Yeah. Well, felt like I should show that last highlight coming into the last part of the show. Gabe, man, tell the people what you got going on, where they can find you.
Well, you can find me right here on YouTube, man. Raider Gabe 420 on TikTok as well, on Instagram. Shit, you just drop me a message, whatever, man. If you want, you find something interesting, you want get talked about on the on the show or whatever, you know what I mean? Just hit me drop in the DMs, you know what I mean? Just no dumb shit.
Dumb shit in the DM, man.
Yeah, just but that's it, But yeah, man, just follow, like, subscribe, whatever, man, and we're gonna be bringing big things, man, and then also we're gonna be going live tomorrow with Low, you know what I mean? His usual, he has Tuesdays and Thursdays for like the fan show. We always it's me and Gravy usually with him on that shit too. So yeah, we'll be live tomorrow too, and then Sundays after the game for sure. We'll have the reaction game. You know what I mean? Well, and we're really gonna, hopefully more people get. I'm gonna have it every week, so whenever you guys can show up, even if it's on your phone for like a minute at most. You know what I mean? Just so you can just be like, just give you a quick and you know what I mean. That's it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get some raw reactions out of that shit. You know what I mean? Let's go viral in this motherfucker. See what the fuck we're gonna. And you know what I mean, good, bad, or ugly, you know what I mean? Fucking so let's we're gonna do that shit on Sunday for sure. So just stay tuned, man, for sure.
For sure. Twan, my brother.
Raider Twan on YouTube. I'm actually going to be going live tomorrow at 2:30 with the 2-for-1 Nation podcast with SE Experience. You guys know Eric from SE Experience. I'll be co-hosting with him on our weekly podcast, so definitely on Thursday 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. Definitely tune into that, and you guys just stay tuned because I go live at random. I think my schedule, I intend to go live at least 2 times a week at least, and then drop 2 videos at least 2 times a week. So just stay tuned for that and all the other content that will be coming from the channel. Yes, I am a rookie, but I'm not a rookie when it comes to talking this Raider football. So definitely come holla at me. Hit me up on IG at Twan TWUAN. If you need prayer for you or your family members. And again, quit playing with yourself. Subscribe to Raider Twan.
Appreciate it. Y'all know me. I thank y'all as always, man. Appreciate everybody being here. You know where to find me because you're already here. But we have a new thing that we do as well. We end the show. We start the show with a song of the day. We end the show with the same song of the day. If you missed it, I'm getting ready to play it right now. Before I leave the show. So, as always, no matter how much it rains, actually, I can't even do that because I don't have it up. I don't have it up yet. That's stupid. My bad. I apologize. There we go. So, always make. Look, I keep saying, man, I've been in this shit way too long to be making fucking rookie mistakes. You know what I mean? I've been in this shit way too motherfucking long to be making rookie mistakes. 50 billion things in the face of the planet that you could be doing. The fact that you allow me to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. I thank you as always. No matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Raider Nation, YouTube, get your motherfucking sunshine.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm from the way. Look. Che, Ibo Kwenue. Naija boy, they love how I accentuate. Most my partners tryna ball like the NBA. So they out here moving product like it's Mary Kay. I don't knock them, I just know the game. They ain't slaves, they just really love the whips and chains. The more things change, the more they stay the same. When I flow every corner, see fire like I'm dead. So I spit fire, no extinguisher. Might just teach fast some Igbo to make her up bilingual. Speak up, keep up, I teach her to aim right with that thing you pull. Out your britches when your finger itches, cause you ain't too keen to wool. Being pulled over your eyes got you pressed like a license plate. You a goofy if Lucy can press your button to get you heated like microwaves. Oh, you might just need to meditate, get your mind out there vegetative state. It's time to elevate.
Cause I came straight from out the slums, so I need a check like them Jordan ones. I swear it's for all of my day ones. I hear making bread, but they came from crumbs.
Look, flow hotter than pepper spray. Spit it for my kinky hair kinsmen that have been led astray. More than bullets from those who pull it in hopes to decimate all they ops, cause on our blocks we learn to regulate from Warren G. It's kinda easy when you listen to that G-Dub sound. I had it on repeat. Oh, then I got it out the mud, walk straight out the puddle. Where I'm from, you yapping and start clapping like it's time to break the huddle. Ooh, ready break. I remember eating free lunch with them heavy trays. Most my homeboys blew heavy haze after 7th grade. And most my homegirls had oval edges with heavy lace.
It's time to elevate.
Yeah,
If they hating, baby, let them hate.
yeah,
You can see me shining in the shade.
yeah,
We done came up on some better days.
yeah.
It's time to elevate. If they hating, baby, let them hate.
Yeah,
You can see me shining in the shade.
yeah.
We done came up on some better days. I came straight from out the slums, so I need a check like them Jordan ones. I swear it's for all of my day ones. I hear making bread, but they came from crumbs.
Cause I
It's time to
came
elevate.
straight from out
If
the
they hate,
slums,
baby,
so
let
I
them
need
You can see me shining in
a
the shade.
check of joy wine. I swear this
It's time to
for my day one. I can't make it bread, but they came from the
Yeah, that's for my day ones, man. For everybody that been rocking with me from the beginning till whenever this shit ends, man. I appreciate y'all. That's why it's song of the day, because it's for my day ones. Y'all have a wonderful night, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace. Gotta go,